But get some of these statistics up. Nobody is working. And these are good jobs like Arby's. These aren't bad jobs. These are good jobs people aren't working at, like Hardee's. Who doesn't want to work at Hardee's? And they complain. Go to minimum wage in America right now. What is minimum wage right now? I can't believe it. Minimum wage, I think it's $7.25 per hour. What's the you're making $40 a day. What's the problem? Do that. What is on a 40-hour work week? $7.25 is what? You will earn a good living. $290 a week. $290 a week. That's almost $1,200 for the month. What is that for a year? If you're making $1,200 for a month, you're looking at $15,000. That's what I thought. What's the problem out there? I don't get it. Do you get it? $15,000 per year because they don't understand when they work at Arby's, they think it's the end goal. Guys, if you play your cards right, you move up so that one day you can be the CEO of Arby's. That's the point. Good, get the CEO of Arby's up. Who is this? I bet he started at Arby's. It's Paul Brown. Paul Brown is the CEO. What's his deal? Let's look up Paul Brown because I guarantee you this is a guy that started working the fryers at Arby's, putting the beef and cheddars together, and then he worked his way up. Early career. Brown was previously the president of brands and commercial services at Hilton and the president of Expedia. But before this, he worked at Arby's, I bet. Watch. He was also the senior vice president of global brands at Intercontinentals. Okay, but he also held positions at the Boston consulting firm and McKinsey & Company. Now, McKinsey & Company is probably fast food. Go to that. This is probably a fast food company. It's an American worldwide management consulting firm. That advises on strategic management to corporations, governments, and other organizations. I thought it was what I'm saying is that this is an example of someone who worked their way up from working at Arby's. In May of 2013, Brown became the CEO of Arby's. During his tenure as CEO of Arby's, the brand introduced a new restaurant design and launched a We Have the Meat. He's the guy behind We Have the Meat. No, who could have came up with that? Listen, the reason these people are making the money they are is because they have come up with things that you cannot. We Have the Meat. Do you remember that campaign?
Of course, yeah.
Because we were unsure if they had the meats, but they do. And he's here saying we have the meats. He also introduced menu items such as the smokehouse brisket, pork belly, gyros, deep fried turkey, and venison. So he's not slacking. He's working his ass off. Okay? Coming up with, do you know how many nights he probably laid in bed with his wife or someone else, and he's laying there going, how do we communicate the idea that we have the meats? How do we do that? And some hooker was probably just like, well, just say you have the meats. And he goes, yeah, we have the meats. I'm telling you right now, Arby's completed its acquisition of Buffalo Wild Wings for $2.9 billion in 2018. Under Brown's leadership, Inspire completed its acquisition of Sonic for $2.3 billion. And in 2019 of October, Inspire Brands completed its acquisition of the sandwich chain Jimmy John's. So this guy is responsible for a lot of the fast food you eat. And he started work. This is what I mean. People at Arby's don't have a vision. They keep going, oh, my kid needs food. They don't have a vision. They don't understand what they can do if they believe in themselves and work hard and hustle and grind. You can actually get to where you need to go in this country. You keep focusing on health care, and I don't have clean water. But what you should be focusing on is how are you positioned uniquely in the market to come up with something brilliant like We Have the Meats? Because if you're not coming up with We Have the Meats, what's the point? So I'm just saying we've got a bunch of lazy mothers and fathers trying to raise their undeserving children while this poor guy, Paul, who came up with the idea that we should give deep fried turkey to people in the middle of the day. This guy has to share some of his money? Oh, I think not. By the way, under Brown's leadership, Fortune named Arby's to its 100 best workplaces for millennials, women, and diversity. So everyone who's fucked. Oh, Arby's goes, we're a perfect place to work for everyone who's fucked. Are you a good place to work for white men? They go like this. They go, no. Well, I'm just saying, I was surprised and shocked to know that this guy actually didn't start making sandwiches at Arby's. I bet it's fun to work at Arby's. I really do. I mean, so the idea that people are complaining, what about Hardee's?
CEO of Hardee's? Let's see.
No, just Hardee's in general.
Okay.
I want to know what Hardee's is up to. Let's look at Hardee's.
See what they're up to.
What are they doing? Not in Wikipedia. I want their website.
Still doing the A1 burger.
Checkers just introduced something called the Monster or something. I swear to God.
Checkers?
Checkers' new burger. I think it's Checkers. It could be Rallies or something. No.
The Big Buford?
No, that's been their classic. Maybe it's Rally. It's something I passed in Florida.
It's called the Monster?
Something.
I think that's Carl's Jr.
It might be Carl's.
Oh, Red Robin.
No. This was a fast food restaurant that I passed. I don't think it's that. It doesn't matter. Can we call Arby's and see if they're hiring right now?
Yeah. I got mine's hooked up right now.
Let's call. I want to call Arby's, see if they're hiring, and see what the big deal is here. Because I want to work, and you know what? They might not even have to pay me. I just want to learn. Is there an apprenticeship program where I can work at Arby's and just learn? How about that? Maybe stop asking for money like him and learn.
Okay, I'm calling Arby's.
Let's see if they answer. I hope they do. Everyone's dead. They can't answer. They're probably too busy to answer learning about business. I mean, what the fuck's going on here? And these are the people that want to get paid? I'm trying to get a job. Maybe we should call Inspire Brands and ask for Paul. Are they not open?
No, they're open right now.
They have to be open. It's 12:30. It's the lunch rush. Call Sonic.
Sonic, okay.
Call Sonic and let's see what I want to know what the starting salary is and what's the problem. Sonic is a fun place to work. You get to see fights. Mm-hmm. It's fun. None of them answer the phone. I mean...
Good afternoon. This is Sonic Dripping Springs. How may I help you?
Yeah, are you guys hiring right now?
We actually are, sir. How you doing?
Good. What would this starting salary be there?
The starting salary, sir, we pay by the hour, but depending on the position that you want, and then we can see about salary.
What would it be for an hour of work? Would you say?
Yes, sir. How much would it be for an hour of work? Depends what you do, sir. If you're a cook, What? It'll be 11 for a cook.
Okay, 11 for a cook. What about like a cashier?
What is the cashier? Car ups are $5 an hour because they get tips.
Oh, do you get a lot of tips?
They got a good amount of tips, but it's just they got a good amount of tips.
So it's under minimum wage. It's $5 an hour, and then you get tips.
Yes, sir.
Is it a fun place to work? Like, can I take some food home for myself?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I could eat every day at Sonic if I wanted to.
Yeah, you just gotta. Yeah, pretty much you could have. And
Yes.
you drink any drink you want.
Any drink I want. Okay, so it's $5 an hour, but I could drink all the soda I want.
Yeah.
Okay, and eat any food. Can I make myself an ice cream every now and then?
Yeah, of course. Yes, sir.
It's not a bad deal. $5 an hour, tips. Do they really give you? So they'll give you tips, and I can eat all the soda and burgers I want, and make myself an ice cream.
I mean, you can make yourself an ice cream, and then maybe one day you'll be able to make yourself an ice cream, and then another day you'll be able to eat some food, and then another day.
I get it. So you don't want to abuse it, but every now and then you could get something different.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you have one day's ice cream, and then the next day you can sneak a burger.
Yeah.
And maybe I could sneak some French fries on the third day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. I'll head down there and I'll apply.
Yes, sir. But cooks do get paid $11 an hour, and we are in need of cooks.
So you're in need of cooks, and do I have to be good at cooking?
No, sir, not at all.
Not really.
No,
I don't really. You learn.
You don't need any experience for this. You just gotta be having the willingness to learn.
And how much food can the cooks take? I would probably a good amount.
What was that, sir?
Like the cooks can take a good amount of food, right?
Yeah, we cook about on the weekends like from $1,000 to $2,000 worth of food and product. We're doing lunch, and that's on the weekends.
Right, because I have a family, and it's very hard to get them food. So if I wanted to, I could maybe take 2 little burgers for my children.
Yeah, so that'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, because they're babies, but they do like burgers. We're getting them.
Yeah.
We're getting them started early.
Yeah, of course, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you. What's the problem? I mean, what is the fucking problem here? You're allowed to eat and drink all the soda you want and eat all the Sonic you want. But you got to do it in a smart way. So like one day you make yourself the ice cream, the next day you get, and it's $5 an hour. What's wrong with that? It's $5 an hour to work at. Now do the math on that. $5 times 40, it's $800 a week, right?
5 times 40.
It's $800 a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Or
it's 200 a week. I'm an idiot.
So then $800 a month.
It's $800 a month is what I mean.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
$800 a month. So what's the And now, what is that? It's under $12,000 a year. It's $11,000 a year.
Yeah, so that
But
would
then
be,
you get the tips. But the folks, you get the tips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know me. When I go to Sonic, I didn't even know you could tip or were supposed to. We've gone to Sonic. There's literally nothing that would suggest that I tip at Sonic. No. Not a sign. I don't, but I imagine that because you're making $9,600 a year, but free, you could drink anything you want. Any soda you want. One day you get an ice cream. Next day you get French fries. Not a bad deal. If you were like me in my hypothetical and I had 2 little babies that wanted burgers, if I was a chef, I could bring the little burger home to the babies. Again, it's not a big deal. So you make $9,600 for the year. Now this is fair. You make $9,600 for the year, but tips. Now what do you think they make in tips there? $20,000? $25,000 at Sonic tips? What do you think they make in tips a day?
honestly $25 probably.
A day?
Yeah, probably a day.
And how many days would you imagine they work?
Probably 4.
4 to 5 days. So let's say 5 times 25 is what?
5 times 25 would be 125.
Okay. And so 125, and then how many weeks? Let's say they work 45. Let's say they work 50 weeks a year. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
they probably work more. So 50 times 125.
Okay.
That's 6,250. Add it to that 9. Add it to the 9,600. That is, hey, you greedy fucks. That is $15,800 $850 a year to work all day, every day but what's included in that, which you're forgetting, you greedy pigs, is an occasional ice cream, and probably you could make the large, and all the soda you want. and occasionally you can bring a burger home for your baby, who you should get started on liking that burger as early as possible. So it's absurd